Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body and keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound, and while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. In case if you can't hear the bell sound, just settle down yourself and let your body to relax. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, let's take few minutes to understand how this meditation practice can help for us to develop our conventional life, and at the same time, how it can bring the spiritual success to us. So the important thing that you have to understand, there is no separation in between your spiritual life and your conventional life. To have a conventional success, you have to have a spiritual foundation. So there is no separation. But when it comes to practice, whatever the conventional level of practice not going to bring the spiritual benefit. So then there should be certain kind of different attention and at the same time intention to develop your bodily, verbally, mentally action with the right intention to relate to profitable skills. So when it comes to our meditation practice, and if anybody look for the liberation or the freedom or the ultimate wisdom through this Buddha's teaching, there is a method, there is a pattern, there is a way that you have to practice. Because just by praying, just by wishing, just by hoping, dreaming about it, this path not going to work for you. This is a more kind of like a educational path. So there is a word in Pali we call the shiksha, sikha. So it's mean educate. And another way that we call development. So for the meditation, we explain it as a development, cultivation of the mind. So another way is it's a kind of like you develop certain kind of understanding within yourself. So then remember, when it comes to this path, there are two ways. One is gateway. So the gateway is once you understand something, regarding this existence, regarding this life, regarding this mind, how you can get out of the samsara. But before you go into use the method for this gateway, there is another way called the doorway. Doorway. Path to enter. So today we are going to talk about it. There are many ways, there are many reasons can happen, there are many environment for people to enter to the path of this liberation. But basically, for everyone, this is a very available path. But this journey is not for everybody sometimes. Certain way you have to be matured and you have to look for the truth or the Dhamma or the freedom from this life. Actually, when it comes to the look for the freedom, not everybody like to find the freedom. Not everybody like to want to be free. It's different person to person. And so we cannot tell anybody, oh, you should be free, or you should find the freedom. No. It need to come from that person. So that there are reasons should be within that person to find the freedom. Finding freedom, one thing, and another one is looking for the dharma or the meaning. Then also you're going to go towards that. Another one is finding the truth. So that also lead you to liberation. There are many ways. But somehow, for this all in the beginning, it doesn't matter you want freedom or you want the truth or you want the liberation. It doesn't matter what, but if that your ultimate goal is related to the dharma or the nibbana or the truth, there should be one quality from the beginning. It doesn't matter who you are, whatever the gender, whatever the religion you practice, whatever the environment you are, it doesn't matter. One quality you should have from the beginning. That quality is called the faith, conviction, or the shraddha. So to have the shraddha, you should hear the regarding the faith, regarding the liberation, or regarding the Buddha, regarding the Dharma, or regarding the Sangha, or regarding Nirvana. Somehow you should know about it, or you should hear about it from the beginning as a sign. Once you hear it, then you start to develop the faith towards it. What is the nature of the faith? Conviction, Shraddha. Shraddha means the trust that you have regarding something higher before you achieve to it. So as example, just imagine you want to be successful. So success already not there yet, but still you believe about it. So you want to be free. So the freedom or not yet you achieve. So then before you achieve it, you have to have the idea about it. So the Nibbana, before you achieve to it, you have to have the intention, you have to have the idea about it. So that is where the faith develops, Shraddha develops. Before you achieve to something higher or better, the trust you develop. So that is the first quality that you should have. If you don't have it, maybe there are many other ways, but this, then it may not going to work according to this method. The first one is the Shraddha. Just imagine if you don't have the faith or the trust regarding something, how are you going to get it? So then regarding your own freedom, regarding your own success, regarding your own development, before you achieve to it, if you believe you can achieve to it, then then there is a way. So once you have it, once the faith is there, then the next one is, just by yourself you can't do it. So then you have to develop another quality called Parato Ghosa. So you start to listen to others. You look around and see what other people, how other people do, how other people get it. So then you start to have open mind. And that is where Kalyana Mitra, the good friends around you, the people who ever practice Buddha's teaching. When it comes to Kalyana Mitra, it is not that the always say the people who ever say yes to you going to be good friends. No. The people who practice Buddha's teaching, the people who try to find the liberation, the people who look for freedom, the people who look for Nibbana, the people who try to get out of the greed, hatred, and the delusion, the people who ever have the faith. So remember then here the faith means what? Before you achieve to freedom, nirvana, truth, you believe about it. So then you start to find that people around you. That is where you develop the community of Sangha around you. So if there is no faith, then you don't have deeper inner desire to listen to others or look around or study. And then you're not going to find the people who ever practice it. So once you have the intention to practice, and then you start to find people around. And then there's another quality you're going to develop. Shrutame jnana, chintame jnana, bhavaname jnana. So here Shrutame jnana means it is not about you hearing whatever outside. It is not about you always hearing that whatever come to your ears. Shrutame jnana means here you always have the intention to listen to the Buddha's teaching, and whoever follow the Buddha's teaching, and whoever look for freedom, whoever look for liberation, and then you start to follow that person, hear that person. That's why in the Theravada, the eldest word, the before you, somebody, whoever practiced or heard about this, then you follow that. So then, just by yourself, sometimes you cannot get this. That is the the most important part of the Buddha. That's why we follow the Buddha. That's why we have the community of Sangha. That's why the Dhamma is very important for us. Because just by ourselves, we cannot find the doorway, how to enter to this. So that's why listening to Dhamma is very important, because it gives the opportunity for you. That's why 2600 years old, this enlightened masters, other senior monks, our ancestors sacrificing their lives, protect this. Because this is very important. Because if you hear this, if you look for freedom, if you look for truth, if you look for Dhamma, if you look for liberation, and then when you hear it, it will start to take you towards the liberation. Otherwise, just by yourself, if you keep thinking what happens, then you start to go behind your own memory, mental formations, cankers, habitual patterns. Then it will not allow you to maybe find the ultimate freedom. We go round by round around our own thoughts. But the Dhamma is not like that. Dhamma is giving us the wisdom to get out of this. So then, Sutame Jnana means you start to hear the teachings regarding the Nibbana, and you start to hear what the Buddha taught about this. And then what you heard, you're not going to believe itself. So the Sutame Jnana you can develop. There are few ways that you have to develop. So then whatever you heard, you no need to believe. It is very important like nowadays, because nowadays there are many other methods. Like when it comes to meditation, it's a completely mess, chaos today. And the one of the most corrupted word is meditation. So then you have to be very careful. Dharma and the word of the nirvana, one of the most corrupted word, nirvana. How many nightclubs around the world put the name nirvana? And the people believe this in conventional level through these drugs, alcohol, and this emotional desires, satisfying emotional desires, fulfilling that, bringing them the idea of nirvana. No. It is completely different way. So that's why finding the truth is a challenge now. But it's 50-50, because more than any other time we have opportunities to find the right things. And of course, there are many other information. So when so many informations there, and when you become a smart, you can find the truth very easily. When there are no much information, it is very hard to find the truth. So then you are the one who need to work. You cannot blame to the society. You cannot blame to the technology. You cannot blame to the informations. Then it is your responsibility. When you hear something, when you see something, to understand about it, just rather than just believing it. Just imagine now, because of this artificial intelligence, it can create many things, it look like real, but it is not real. So then yourself, if you hear something regarding the Buddha's teaching, regarding the Dharma, regarding the ultimate freedom, So that is Shrutame Jnana. So you have to develop, brush up. The most important part is the Shrutame Jnana, foundation. Not the Chintame Jnana, not the Bhavaname Jnana. Because Shrutame Jnana is the very key point here. You have to develop. Because what you hear going to help you or going to destroy you. So then if you know how to hear properly, get the right information to you, how to filter it properly, then your practice going to become better. So Shrutame Jnana. So remember then, Shrutame Jnana not going to happen itself. You have to have the Shraddha, faith, conviction, trust. Regarding what? Regarding finding the higher purpose or something better than that wherever you are. So then you have to believe it before you achieve to it. And then Parato Ghosa, then you have to start to hear it from outside. And that is where you finding the right community of Sangha or the people around you, right people. It is very important. That is the very key point here. You have to have right people. Look at in day-to-day life. Forget about the liberation or the enlightenment. Then how about if you don't have the right doctor, what will happen? You're going to die. It doesn't matter that how the doctor look like. If you don't have the right doctor, you are in trouble. You have to have the right lawyer. You have to have the right accountant. So for everything, you have to have the right person. And even when it comes to a family, marriage, where your life going to become successful in this conventional world with the partner. Just imagine if you get the wrong person, you can create a living hell in this very life. But if you get the right partner, right person to you, and then you're going to have a good life. So this everything depends on the people around us. So then you have to work for it. You have to work to find the right people. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. So that is where the faith need it kind of like a bridge. It create a right frequency for you to find it. Otherwise, oh, whoever, it's okay. No, it's not going to work for you. Remember, anybody, your life cannot deal with anybody. Even the Buddha himself, or whoever, all this, if you look at all these people in the world, successful people, smart people, very educated people, philosophers, they didn't deal with everybody. They deal with some people, the right people. So then you have to have the intention to find the right people. If you don't work for that, maybe your life going to be end with the wrong people. So if you get into wrong people, what will happen? Look at them is when it comes to children. It doesn't matter, you send them to the best school. You try to give them the best education. You try to give the best facilities. But by the time, if they don't have the enough wisdom to find the right friend around them, their life going to become a disaster. So then when it comes to this life, everything people. So the Dharma the same. So then remember, it is very important to get the right teacher around you, right spiritual guidance around you. Look around and it is very important to have the right monk around you, right guru around you, right teacher around you. Not any teacher or any monk or any guru. It doesn't work. So then what is here the right person means? The right person means whoever practiced know the Buddha's teaching. Go in that way. Follow that path. That is the right person. So then you're going to get into that path. So then remember, the faith is the beginning, open the doorway, and then the parato goes, then the desire to listen and open and look around, and then the right people. See that step by step. So then, chintame jnana, sutame jnana. So sutame jnana here, you have the ability to listen. And when it comes to that, whatever you hear, don't believe. Because there are certain qualities that you have to have. Brush up, mastering hearing. One is vimansa, investigate. When you hear something regarding the Dharma, don't just believe it. Learn to investigate. Look into it. And next one is, you have to have the effort to work with it. Because just by hearing, it's not going to work. Like sometimes like mantra, chanting, just repeating, you think that it's going to bring some kind of powers. No. Shrutame jnana is not like that. Deeper inside, you have to have the effort to work with what you heard. So Vimansa, the first one is investigation. The next one, the effort. Third one is comparison. So what you heard, you have to compare it to what you know, and you have here the comparison mean you matching with your first that intention, the higher purpose. Remember that you have the faith towards finding the liberation, freedom, nirvana, or the ultimate truth. See that from the beginning we talk about it. So now what you heard, you have to match and see if this work for that what you look for. When you hear something related to Dharma, just imagine if you look for the truth, freedom. So when you look at it and you are capable to see, it can bring the freedom or not. So if you don't look, you're not going to see it. So that is third one, matching, comparing. The fourth one is, it called upaparikkaha. That means like a bulldog, like a gem cutter, investigator, critically, analytically, you have to investigate from each and every direction with any method, cutting, brushing, burning, beating, using all the method, you have to look into it. Not from one angle. From each and every angle, you have to look at what you heard. Upaparika. See that is what called, when it comes to these qualities, that is what called the Shrutame Jnana. Not just by hearing something and believing. What you hear, if you start to believe about it, no, it is not acceptable in Buddha's teaching. Even the Buddha himself told, don't just believe something. So that's why yourself. Now remember that. When monk says something, you cannot just say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. No. It doesn't work. You have to have ability to investigate, the effort inside yourself to work with it. Compare it to that with the higher purpose, with your final destination, and critical analytical understanding. When you have that, that is what called the Suttame Jnana. When you develop it, what happens? As a result of that, your thinking ability going to become more higher, more better. See, that what you heard related to Buddha's teaching, you investigate, and now your thinking ability going to become more better. And then that will help you when you start to practice the meditation. So the deeply, it gives the very clear understanding regarding this path. So that is the gateway, that giving you the opportunity to enter to Dhamma. So then remember, just practicing something may not going to work for you, help for you. So it is a step-by-step development. So remember then, Shrutame Jnana, Chintame Jnana, Bhavaname Jnana. Just hearing something, not the Shrutame Jnana. Just thinking about something, not the Chintame Jnana. Just meditating, not the Bhavaname Jnana. It all need to relate it to the faith towards the Dhamma or the truth or the Nirvana or the Buddha's teaching. And then you have to heard it from somebody, the Buddha's teaching. And then you have to have some people around you who ever practice. And then you hear from them, and then you have to investigate, you have to put the effort, you have to compare that what you heard related to the Dharma, not this everything, oh, this philosopher told this, or this book say that. It doesn't work. Here the Buddha's teaching. And then if you can hear any philosopher or any educated person, if that person also heard the Dhamma from somebody, and then you can hear from that person. So like that, it's go person to person. Otherwise, if somebody come and tell, oh, I think like this is how I believe, but it doesn't work for you. Remember, it may conventionally help for certain things, but it's not going to bring the freedom to yourself. It's not going to bring the liberation to yourself. That's why we follow the Buddha, we follow the Dhamma, we follow the Sangha. So then you develop Shrutame Jnana, and then that bring the Chintame Jnana, and that bring the Bhavaname Jnana. So that way your path going to become more clear, and sustainable, strong, solid, and so by the time you're going to get the right result. So think about it. And again investigate yourself. It's open invitation for everybody. If you look for Buddha's teaching, this is a one way that you can master it. This is a way that bringing you to the door to enter to this beautiful practice. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit. And your right palm on your left neck, head straight in one line and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and mentally recite, may I be well and happy, also patveva, 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. And just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. And when it happens, just recognize it, do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, and around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Bin suwa prelo strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible. Near or far away. Already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward, visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavatacha sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddhang pujemi dhammang pujemi sanghang pujemi Attaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam ha paribunjissami Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless.